we are to be joined by our esteemed guest investor, Ricci. So nice to see you.
It's good to be here.
Well, I was giving him just a little brief overview of what you have meant to me as a friend, right? On the spike ball court as a JWB client, how you were there in the very beginning of JWB, and you saw what it was like for a few guys that's literally trying to figure stuff out in this business more intimately than most, for sure. And you have just been on this incredible run over the last, especially the last few years here. I've acquired 7 properties. Is it 7 properties now that we're up to?
So Daybreak was my first house that you guys also manage. So I have 8 long-term rentals and 2 short-term.
So you've acquired 7 JWB turnkey rental properties.
Correct.
You also had another home that you have JWB managed for a total of 8. In addition, you've been able to acquire 2 short-term rental properties. Is that right?
Yep.
And this is all really in the last 2-3 years or so? 4 years? Well,
yeah.
Other than the Daybreak house.
Yeah, well, most of it's past 2-3 years.
I think we jump right into your client journey. Can you see you and your lovely wife, Whitney, on the screen here?
I can.
All right, everybody. So as I mentioned here, this is something special we do for the guest investors who come on board here, right? When you're an investor of JWB, you get to see your reporting on a monthly basis, which is looking at your profit centers about that are focused on your positive cash flow, your net rental income, which is positive cash flow, your tax savings and your principal pay down. But it is really hard to run an analysis on your property values every single month. We don't have the capability to do that every single month with our reporting right now. And so for each one of these guest investors that come on board, and for Rich today, I actually break down and look at what his property values are so I can see what home price appreciation he's earned. I also take into account any costs that would come along the way to determine a true return on investment, how hard his money has worked for him since he started to invest in 2020. So we're going to jump into it. Okay, brother?
Yeah. I didn't know you were going to do this. This is exciting.
Yeah, man, you're going to be really excited when you see how your returns are looking at. So, and just curious, like if you had to guess, like, what do you think your portfolio is returning for you?
I have 0 idea.
You just know it's good, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I just know that I am making more than I'm paying out.
There you go.
Which is all I care about at this point.
And that's the vast majority of our investors. You know that it's working. That's a fantastic thing. But it's also nice for me or for my team to be able to say, okay, let me show you just numerically how much you're kicking butt. So that's what we're going to do here. So Rich and Whitney, of course, a tag team duo here, started out just investing in, and I'm only going to focus on the turnkey rental properties with JWB for this segment here, but you can see these 7 purchases starting in 2020. And you can see it was just rapid fire in May, August, September, December of 2020, and just continuing January of 2021. February of 2022 and June of 2022. This is an example of somebody who was intentional, who reached out to experts in his network, right? Was intentional about his goals and then took action in an incredible rate. And you guys are going to see the fruits of all of that labor. So congratulations on putting this together, my friend.
Yeah. And the other thing I want to mention real quick is for folks that, are married or have a significant other, what we did, Whitney and I, is all of these mortgages were just in my name. So all of these long-term rentals were in my name to maximize the amount of purchases that we could do. And then these 2 short-term rentals, Whitney put them in her name. So speaking of being intentional, that is very important if you're trying to purchase as many properties as you can.
That nugget right there could save people literally hundreds of thousands of dollars right there over the full market cycle for your rental property portfolio. What Rich is talking about there. If you didn't get that specifically, reach out to my team. We can walk you through how important it is to be intentional about who you put on the loan when you're buying your rental properties. Incredibly important there. So, all right, we're going to take a look at the highest return on investment here. This is the breadwinner out of your 7 JWB turnkey properties here. Now, keep in mind, this does not include home price appreciation, but we're looking at the house here at 8787 Cocoa Avenue. And when you purchased that home, your expected returns were just about 10% to earn on your money, including everything, including home price appreciation. And we've been able to perform at an annualized lifetime clip of just under 22% returns each and every year. How cool is that, brother?
It's amazing.
So as you would imagine,
I have two Cocos, so odds are it was going to be a Coco, I guess.
Well, I know you have really invested heavily in one neighborhood, which
Yeah.
is the Arlington neighborhood. And I
Yep.
thought that was worthy of talking about because, a common question is, well, Greg, if I get one in Arlington, shouldn't I get one on the west side or shouldn't I get one in the south side? You looked at one and you just said, hey, listen, this is the best property that's available. And I'm going to purchase it and happen to be all in the same neighborhood. Did you have any fears or trepidation about buying too many in one neighborhood?
No, I believe in Arlington, and I know you guys too do too. You did the mural, and you've done all sorts of
Yeah.
cool stuff in the area, and it's up and coming, and it's pretty close to where my first house was. It's just a place that I definitely believe in. Our last property we bought is in Murray Hill, though,
I saw
I,
that.
which I'm pretty excited about. And we were
Yeah.
driving to Avondale, and Whitney let me know that we were driving through Murray Hill, and I had no idea at the time. So
Isn't it amazing when you own real estate and you're like, I didn't even know where that is. It's in my own city and I didn't know where that is.
yes, yes. So yeah, but I took that to heart. When you guys call these houses widgets, yeah, we took that to heart. It's all about putting together a portfolio.
Absolutely. All right. So let's take a look at the lowest performer here. And I'm just going to caution you. Just take a deep breath here, Rich. Just make sure you're sitting down. Okay. Because for your lowest performer, again, not including home price appreciation, you're performing at an 18% return and your expected returns were 10.42%. Can you handle that one, Rich?
I can, man. Let's go.
This one, curious, is right down the street from Coco. So in the
Oh yeah.
same neighborhood here, right? As we were just talking about on Free Avenue. The way that we've done this for Rich is by following this model, which is the same model we follow for all of you out there. We buy in our core neighborhoods. Arlington happens to be one of them. We sign long-term leases. We treat those residents like gold. We renew those residents and they stay in your homes a long time. And you're in a growth market and one that JWB invests in ourselves. And so you're able to see higher growth than the average investor in Jacksonville. We ran the numbers on it, and JWB clients have earned 79% more home price appreciation than the average Jacksonville investor since 2013. Is that pretty cool?
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Amazing.
You're one of them, brother. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers here. So again, I run the entire portfolio. I look at all 5 profit centers, and this is from 2020 until today. So net rental income, Rich, you and Whitney and your family have earned just about $56,000 in net rental income directly in your bank account. In addition to that, you've earned $6,000 of tax savings, taxes you don't have to pay because you invest in this asset class. Principal paydown means that your residents are paying down the loans for you each and every single month. Almost $23,000 of loans have been paid down by your residents. And then here's the big one, right? Home price appreciation. In just, 2.5 or so years, you and Whitney and your family have earned $300,000 in home price appreciation for your portfolio, brother. Congratulations, my man.
No, this is amazing to see to see it on paper. I mean, hypothetically what it's going to look like, but this is very cool.
Yep. Well, for your entire portfolio, if you take all of the weighted averages of the expected returns, you are expecting about a 10.1% return on investment when you decide to invest. And when you look at all of these profit centers, and I also take away any costs that would come along with selling these properties, things of that nature, right? Your actual return on investment is 40.3% each year. That is not a total number. That means every year your money is earning 40% for you in an environment where in the stock market, people are losing 20% right now. You are earning 40.3%, my friend. Just couldn't be happier for you, for your family. It means something extra special when it's one of my best friends. And so, man, I'm excited
Yeah.
for you, brother.
Again, man, I don't want to make this a love fest, but we could not and would not have done it without you guys. Just make it so easy for true passive investing.
There's a lot of people that listen to our message and do nothing. There's a
Right.
lot of friends and family members that I have who listen to my message and still do nothing, right? You're special, right? You guys are special. You did something about it, and you're enjoying the fruits of those decisions here. One special thing that I wanted to bring up, this isn't something that I think I've ever shared on the show, but I've been really drilling into the numbers here for our entire client portfolio. As you know, we manage over $750 million in real estate assets. We manage over 4,700 single-family rental properties. Over 2,700 properties have been purchased by our clients since 2006, turnkey properties, just like Rich and Whitney here. If you run the numbers, 100% of JWB clients are currently hitting their return expectations. 100% of the time. How cool is that?
I'm not that great at math, but that sounds like a good number.
You know, and it's not like nothing's changed over the last 17 years. We've had a pandemic, we've had ups, things have gone sideways, but this asset class performs so well, especially when you buy and hold, because it's a critical need for the resident. It's a critical need for the government to make sure that it's working well. And this should be something that you include in your property portfolio.